And let's talk about top models. So y'all already know yesterday, because I did a video on it, it's already up as a separate little video on the channel if you want to check it out, if you want to sit through the 4.5 hours we did yesterday on the show. But we talked about of a myriad of topics, not just one topic. But Tyra Banks is out here suing Netflix over the fact that she didn't like how she was portrayed over there on that Netflix docuseries, where she trying to act like it was her show. And the girls, pretty much like Angelea, Adrienne Curry came out after her or whatever. And Angelea pretty much said, now you know how we feel. Cause you was sitting up in here trying to act like you was about some shit and that you that girl where you was editing us a certain way and now you feeling a way. Welcome to the club, sis, because they don't feel no ways tied about what it is that you are currently dealing with. So let's get into the tea. America's Next Top Model star Angelea, Preston, and Cycle One winner Adrienne Curry have shaded Tyra Banks' legal action against filmmakers behind Netflix reality check Inside America's Next Top Model docuseries. One day after Banks filed a complaint against the streamer service and reality check filmmakers over allegedly creating a false narrative about her via selective editing, deliberate omission, and surgical manipulation of continuous footage, of the ANTM Center docuseries, Preston exclusively speaks with Entertainment Weekly about her reaction to the supermodel's filing, particularly after she alleged in the past that Banks and the ANTM production team deliberately edited her initially filmed Cycle 17 victory out of the final broadcast and crowned another competitor. Oh, because this was the one, Angelea is the girl that was, they said that they discovered she was engaged in past sex work. But if I'm not mistaken, I don't know because it was Lisa D'Amato who they ended up crowning. But if I remember correctly, I believe Lisa D'Amato revealed that they were aware of Angelia's past. And at one point, they were trying to, I guess, help her because she was being trafficked or whatever the case was, and all the other stuff. But they decided to weaponize it and use it as a way, as a gotcha moment on the show. Now, in a phone interview with EW, Preston, who attempted to sue ANTM in 2014 for $3 million, the suit was later dropped, references the surgical manipulation and selective editing portion of the legal complaint in a message to Banks, saying, quote, now you know how we feel. It's kind of like a taste of your own medicine in a way. Now, Preston's remarks come after ANTM cycle winner Curry also suggested in a new social media post that Banks' move mirrored the same issue that numerous ANTM contestants have alleged about Banks and the reality show's production company for over 2 decades. So we do have that clip of her over on the gram. We're going to watch that clip and then we're going to come back and we're going to talk. Please hold.
That Tyra Banks is suing Netflix because she didn't like being edited. Bitch, for real, girl. Like, I read that Tyra Banks is suing Netflix because she didn't like being edited. Bitch, for
I just want to say that again. Bitch. Yes, honey. She said, bitch, you done lost your mind, honey. So now, Preston also tells EW that if what Banks alleges in the filing is true, she feels it would be karma for the things that numerous ANTM contestants have alleged about the reality show, also allegedly engaging in selective editing and situational manipulation across its 24 cycle run. So now, they also said that though Preston initially competed on ANTM Cycle 14 and ultimately tied for third place, she returned to compete on the All Star Cycle 17 edition, which she previously told EW she won at a ceremony in Greece. Still, Preston told EW in 2023 interview Producers allegedly used her admitted engagement in past sex work before the show as a reason to strip her of the title, reshoot the finale in the US. Cycle 5's Lisa D'Amato was crowned the winner in footage that aired for audiences and scrapped all alleged video of Preston's victory in the end. Banks and executive producer Ken Mount declined to comment on this allegation to EW in 2023, while reps from producer Laura Forst Silva did not respond to EW's multiple requests for comment at the time. And that's what I think I find annoying is that Tyra wants to play the victim in all of this, but when they ask you questions on what had happened in a lot of these situations, Tyra wants to all of a sudden try to control the narrative beyond mute. And I feel like with her, she definitely tries to come across as someone who wants to be a master manipulator and control the narrative. And because she can't control the narrative, now she wants to sue. Can I see the footage? Can I see it? Preston as referencing the false narrative language in the legal filing when she again alleges to EW that the show didn't just that against her at the end of cycle 17. Tyra, you want Netflix to release the footage? Can you release the footage of me winning? If you win or settle with Netflix, can you give me my $100,000? You've got it now because you're a millionaire. Also, can I finally get my money? Because I have credit card debt and I'm a single mother out here raising a little black boy, girl. Times is hard out here. Not weaponizing raising a black boy, Chad. Now, a portion of Banks' filing against reality check directors Morlaushi and Daniel Savon and production company Ever Wonder Studio alleges that the supermodel repeatedly requested footage from her interview participation in the three-part project was withheld. Wording suggests that complete unedited footage of her interview would confirm that the existing evidence already demonstrates that the producers intentionally constructed a false narrative that misrepresented Ms. Banks and misled viewers. And look, we already heard that Rob Shutter revealed that you out here thinking like this lawsuit was going to help you in a way. In fact, it's going to make you worse because yeah, they judged it down on a 16-minute interview when they spoke to you for 3 hours, but they said the other footage I don't know if you want that to get out. And to that I say, because I'm nosy, release it. Release it like they released the Epstein file. Child, did y'all hear the latest on this nipple clamp fetish that Trump got? I know it sounds gross even thinking about that. More of the Epstein file than came out. That wasn't redacted. So, like I always say, be careful what you want out in these streets, sis, because if they release some of that stuff, and it get out there. I don't know because and I just feel like it's too late for Tyra because the court of public opinion. My camera is getting on my Alaska nerve. Stop moving. Thank you. The court of public opinion. People have pretty much already made up their mind on her and how they feel like she's insufferable and try to perpetuate herself a certain way. It's just take accountability for what it is. But like we said, you could be of two minds. Take accountability, but also reveal, like, you know what, these were the times back then. You can't crucify. So, I mean, I could take part in, I mean, I could take ownership of like how I played into a lot of the circus of it all. But you also have to understand the times in which when reality TV was huge on network television and beyond, that this was the game a lot of people played to maintain and stay in the ratings race. Now, Preston now works as a news producer and journalist in New York, speculates that the reason many contestants have spoken out about the show is, as she says, models had to figure it the fuck out after the show ended. We had no help. After your final episode airs, you're out there on your own. And people also need to realize that if you were a model on a show like America's Next Top Model, there were agencies and things of that nature that didn't take those girls seriously because they felt like, oh, these girls are y'all not real models. Y'all from TV. So there was people thumbed their nose at a lot of the reality girls trying to jump into a lot of those spaces. When it was all they wanted to do was have a moment and work because they felt like they wouldn't get a regular opportunity walking into elite models or doing, or going into all these different places and trying to get a modeling gig. That a reality show offered them an opportunity to really be up there with these girls. And there was one girl on the show revealed that, yeah, they kept her, they had her in the modeling house, but she never went to go on go-sees because, and Chanel Iman, I think, was the one that told the model that. that they couldn't go on Go Sees because, oh, she's that reality TV chick. They're not going to be taken seriously. Is the fact that the gatekeepers, the powers that be, didn't want to have these reality stars mingling with their serious models, and they still trying to hold the line with the actors and things of that nature. But slowly but surely, now that you got these stars or whatever, they're starting to infiltrate a lot of these spaces. So the lines have been blurred, but it took a long time for people to get there. Now, she also added that a lot of doors were closed in our faces because we participated in the show, as many contestants have spoken openly about what's commonly referred to as the ANTM stigma in the fashion industry, which is literally, it's funny. I didn't even read the article, and this is I was telling you exactly what I'm reading in here now. In the fashion industry, as models claim serious fashion houses and commercial clients didn't in the early aughts want to work with people who made a name for themselves on reality TV. So I always go back to RuPaul's Drag Race. I see what RuPaul has done for the queens on that show. They go on tours. They are out there. She's used to them. She's used them in her movie Stop That Train that she's got out now. She did AJ and the Queen on Netflix. These queens are working. That should have been us with the show. EW has reached out to reps for Banks and responded to Preston and Curry. And of course, she's not going to answer back because, when it comes to Tyra, she want to perpetuate her own narrative. Now, they said elsewhere in the complaint, okay, we don't need to go through this again because, they got mad at them using her likeness in the final product. And she said that they only used me for 16 minutes. Tyra, you can't be this fucking obtuse. Now, as you see that I got the picture here. You know good goddamn well that we would have watched the thing with the regular girls who were part of the show and top model. But the Crier de Resistance, the icing on the cake, the creme de la creme, the peanut butter to my jelly, you already know that it's Pierre de Resistance. I know I said it wrong the first time. That bothered me because I had to correct myself. I don't want to come up here and read me. But with all that being said, you knew that Tyra, them getting an exclusive interview with Tyra, oh, I definitely got to watch now because that was my reaction. So, yeah, they're going to put your face on it. You're a part of it. You did an interview. It doesn't matter if you did an interview for 60 minutes, for 6 minutes, for 60 minutes. You're in the fucking thing. She get on my goddamn nerves. I don't know how any man dealt with her crazy ass. Or does anybody? Like, we're glad you did what you did for the community, but and I'm glad they used the RuPaul reference in regards to my top model. But child, as I've said before, one of the things I would like to see, and I hope that this happens down the road, is that we get a drag race behind the scenes similar to what we got with Top Model. And who knows, maybe RuPaul will end up suing if he wants to sit down and talk about all the wherewithal and the bells and whistles about, drag race. But hopefully we do get that one day. But in the meantime, until we do, I definitely want to hear from you. What do you guys think of this story regarding when Angelea, I don't know why I keep calling her Angelina, Angelea and Adrienne, and I'm sure we'll hear from some other girls down the pike. But in the meantime, what do y'all think about the top model girls responding to what they deem as Tyra's frivolous lawsuit? And I do emphasis on the frivolous because this is a frivolous ass lawsuit. So let me know what you guys think of this story in the comments down below.